Hey guys, I know the last few episodes were really fast-paced and loud and in your face, and they were a lot of fun to put together for you. But I want to get back to nature, and that means this episode is going to slow down a little bit. It's going to be a little quieter. And I'm going to shoot the entire thing in wide. Why? Well, because I want to show you a bigger picture of what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing, where I'm traveling to, and nature. It's like stopping for a minute to take a big, deep breath of fresh air. It's really peaceful out here. I'm glad I could share it with you guys. Come on, let's go check it out together. Ooh, let's see what's through here. It's a little tight. Oh, it's another way down. Let's check it out. You guys know how I love quiet places. Well, I also love rain in the forest. I mean, there are entire CDs devoted to meditation on this kind of stuff, so check it out. Guys, that is just magical. People pay big money for that kind of stuff, and I get to see it for free. Well, almost. Alright guys, I am somewhere very special that I thought would fit with the theme of this episode about being quiet and observing the things around you. Because I'm at a giant radio antenna in West Virginia. This is actually the Green Bank Telescope, and it is special because it observes the radio waves that are coming from outer space in the Milky Way galaxy and beyond. And those radio waves are actually made by electrons that are traveling at super fast speeds and creating what are called cosmic rays or cosmic radiation. And this was discovered actually in the 1930s, and it's amazing. It's actually so sensitive that it's picking up on the frequency coming from my digital camera from my phone. Even though I turned off my GPS and my cell and Wi-Fi, the skipping frequency of me taking a digital picture is actually showing up on their measurements right now. So they're probably watching this video with you in real time. The way that this antenna works is actually brilliantly complex, but also really simple in the concept. And let me explain why. There are approximately 2,400 aluminum plates in a concave structure on the face of this antenna, like we always see. Well, why is that? That's because it's basically a bowl for all of those radio waves to come and gather in there. And we're looking at really low frequencies of about 150 megahertz, but traveling at super fast speeds. So we're actually able to see pulsars in real time, which are amazing, and I might go into that in a future episode, but they actually are so accurate on time that they are better than our best atomic clocks on Earth. So measuring those is actually really important. Well, so when it captures all of that information coming in, it condenses it and beams it back to the top plate, which interprets all that information and downloads it so that we can look at things through numbers. So it's like making a picture out of data. Which I find is incredible. Well, the second part of how this whole thing has to come together is a massive feat of engineering. And that is that the face has to both rotate and shift. So they've built this entire structure that the entire bottom is on these sort of wheels that turn along an axis. But then they also have a giant gyroscope that is able to lift and tilt it to the direction that they want. And that's, you can't imagine the weight and the amount of physical, I guess, power or mechanical advantage that you would need to use in engineering to be able to move that. So that's just a whole another aspect that I find fascinating about this thing. All right, I confess, I'm a science nerd, but you already knew that. Let's get back to the good stuff. Bye, beautiful. So I'm out here today hiking in the Appalachian Mountains, and I'm at this scenic overlook trail that looks out over the entire mountain range, and I can't because with the storm coming in, all the clouds have just sucked it in and sort of created this sound barrier. And on top of that, with all of this moss that's covering the forest floor, it's just dampening everything out. So it's amazingly quiet here. Check it out. During my panoramic shots, I'm actually having to stop breathing so that it doesn't pick it up in the background. I've never had to do that before. And on top of that, I'm having to stop moving because of the crinkling of my jacket. That's quiet. Just how quiet is it out here? It's so quiet that I had to go back and grab a different mount, because when I was watching the videos back that I was taking, the microphone on the GoPro was picking up the sound of the electromagnetic motor on the gimbal, the video stabilizer, which is bonkers that it's that quiet out here. It's like being in one of those sound deprivation chambers. I really wish that you guys could experience this in real life. It's amazing. My goodness. I love it. And also, all this moisture in the air is making my beard feel amazing. Amazing. Stupidly soft. It's perfect out here. Well, not quite perfect. I mean, it could use like a little coffee shop with a cute barista with a nice butt. And then like have like breakfast sandwiches and good coffee. And then later it could turn into a bar and she could also be the bartender. I don't know. It's a weird fantasy, but then I could have beer and it would just be a great place to hang out and it's nice and quiet. And I don't know. Maybe a dog could fit into that equation somewhere. A man can dream. A man can dream. Anyways, let's get on with it. Well, it's time to move on. Until next time, like others, share an awesome adventure, and subscribe to A Better Way of Life. See you guys later.